The stakes are high and needs are more complex when running an established consumer products brand. You've got mounting pressures across multi-channel sales, complex supply chains, inventory across multiple warehouses, and leadership needs fast, accurate data to make decisions. That's why leading brands partner with Baker Tilly, an accounting firm that specializes in the consumer product space. Their team understands the unique challenges of scaling product-based businesses, whether it's navigating transactions confidently, sales tax compliance, integrating ERP systems like NetSuite, or predictive analytics. Baker Tilly delivers. Discover how Baker Tilly's industry-focused services can help elevate your business. Visit bakertilly.com.
Well, where are you from?
So I'm from Cokeville, Wyoming. Do you know where that is?
Where in Wyoming?
So Cokeville, Wyoming is
Cokeville.
right where Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming come together. If you guys ever look at the
really?
Tri-State Monument on the other side of Bear Lake,
Oh, yeah.
that's Seatown, baby.
Nice.
Wow.
Seatown. Population
503. No,
503.
535.
535 has been a good
Hey, we're
year.
trickling
It's been
upward.
a good influx
Yeah.
for Cokeville.
We've been doing good over the past 2 decades.
Oh, that's rad. So how long you been down here?
Oh, dude, I think I'm hitting the meridian where I've spent just as much time out of Cokeville as I have in Cokeville. 'Cause I just barely hit 39, and I left on a mission to Mexico at 19, and where I'm 39 now. In fact, I think I've
Been here
out
more.
of Seatown even
Sucker,
longer.
got you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, me and my wife have that conversation all the time, and she feels terrible that I've like trapped her in Utah.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Holiday,
Oh, right on. Okay.
but yeah, I lived in California and Oklahoma, and now live in Woodland Hills, a little bit further south.
So do you you grew up in Holiday?
Yeah.
Do you know Damian Dayton, who also grew up in
Oh, yeah.
Holiday?
Oh yeah, yeah. I his younger brother went to high school with me. Just a really nice family.
Ethan?
Ethan, you know Ethan?
Ethan.
Yeah.
Are you the same age as Ethan?
He's a year younger than me. Yeah.
No way, dude. That blows my mind. You know, Ethan, a lot of his stories were the brainchild for Napoleon Dynamite.
Really?
In fact, I was just barely hanging out at a mixer the other day, and I saw Mun Powell, who shot that, and I had to flex on my cousin.
Oh,
That's
that's
kind of a cool
awesome.
connection. Yeah.
A really cool family. We had somebody. Do you know the Stillmans?
Stillman's.
From
What?
Apple Beer.
From Apple Beer?
Yeah, the drink Apple Beer.
Oh, I know Apple Beer well. I don't know the Stillman's.
So we had him on last week, and she's close with Damien.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's really cool. So he's with Creatability. Is that what it's called?
Creatively. So Jay
Creatively.
Davis, I think, founded it, and I think Damien may have co-founded it with him.
Yeah.
I'm a little foggy on those details, but
Something
yeah,
like
they've been a great duo.
Really,
over the
really
years.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we're happy to have you on for the first time, man, Jason.
Yeah, thank you.
Jason Gray, the infamous, amazing man.
Infamous is
He's been
right.
robbing
Jason
banks
the
for
Gray.
years.
That's right. Yep. Yep. I left BYU TV to rob banks for a few years, and
then
here
back
I
to
am.
BYU
Yep.
TV again.
Yep.
Jason, did it feel better to walk away the second time or the first time?
Yeah. So it was. No, it was harder the second time only because the season I left Studio C, they had Terry Crews, who's, if you don't know him, he's the host of America's Got Talent, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, one of the coolest people on earth.
Oh, yeah.
One of the guys on
came
the Old
the
Spice
show.
commercials,
Yeah,
right?
Old Spice commercials. He came to the show to guest star on it the season I left. I was like, that was not good timing for me. But
So,
I'm
by
so
the way,
jealous.
the whole Studio C thing is like a phenomenon in itself. Like, how did it originate? I don't understand this. Like, did it always exist, but then until your cast came, it became like a really big thing, or did it? You guys started, or
yeah,
what?
it definitely. So they built the new. Well, it's not new anymore, but they built a recording studio on campus, the BYU broadcasting station, and it had 200 seat studio, but they didn't know what to do with it because they didn't have any shows to air it. So they were looking for content, and me and the original Studio C cast, we had a sketch comedy troupe at BYU called Divine Comedy, and we all were going to be dentists and engineers, but we didn't want to give up on our real dream of doing goofy sketches. And so we pitched the show to BYU TV, and they were like, "We don't do comedy on BYU TV, sorry." But we finally like dragged them to our very last performance we did on college. We were like, this is, if you're going to see it, like this is your last chance. So they came, they gave us like $400 to do a pilot episode.
Wow.
It was shoestrings.
It was
I paid my babysitter more than I got paid to do it.
But that was pre-inflation. $400 was like
right. Yeah,
that was
$1,200.
Yeah, that was worth a ton back
Yeah,
then.
those were the times,
exactly,
baby.
in the 1800s. But so they liked it enough to send it up to the BYU TV higher ups, and they greenlit the show for one season. And I thought for sure we'd be one and done, and then I'd go off and be a dentist full time. But then it just kind of like just kept moving along, and then we had one viral sketch called Scott Sterling.
Oh
where
yeah,
the goalie
With
gets
the
hit in the face.
all the time.
Huge.
And that was the one that kind of like put us on the map and like got other people noticing us. Like we got to go on Conan O'Brien and some other cool opportunities.
Holy
and
cow.
the show kind of took off outside of, it was very like a Utah thing, but after that it became more of like a family friendly thing nationally.
Yeah. So how many total subscribers does it have right now?
They just hit 3 million.
Wow.
3 million subscribers and 2.5 billion views, I think. So it was crazy.
a lot of people that know your
The first
face.
season when we hit like, I remember when we hit like 1,000 views on a video, we were like freaking out. And then 10,000. And then it took 4 years before we finally had a video that hit 1 million. So it's just slow growth.
Your first episode was after you graduated?
Yes, yep.
Wow. So then you did how many years?
I did my first go around. I did, let's see, from 2012 to 2018, so 6 years, and then I took a 2.5 year break and went back on for another.
Did you
3.
do the other show with the old
yeah,
cast?
the JK Studios.
And then what brought you back to Studio C?
I think I just really missed live performance.
Yeah.
Like it's the only place in Utah, I think, where they like film in front of a live audience, especially comedy, like the laughter, the energy you get.
Yeah.
It was just, I missed it a ton.
Favorite sketch?
Whew. We did, I probably have 2. My favorite one, so some of them we film in front of an audience. My favorite one on location, we did a Breaking Bad parody where I got to play Walter White. And but it's BYU TV, so instead of cooking meth, I taught math.
That's
and so
right.
it was like Breaking Bad for kids, and so I was a math teacher, and like my wife was like, anyone who uses math after college deserves to go to prison. Like we did a bunch
that
of
is
like
hilarious.
funny math jokes, and then we had a math lab explosion at the end because I divided by 0. Anyways, that was just really fun.
What voice
That's
do you get asked the most to do?
Probably either Batman or Snape. Severus Snape.
Are you going to
is
do
a lot
Batman and
one.
Snape for us real fast?
Batman's hard because if I talk too loud, it will break the microphone.
And then Snape is just, it's pretty much my own voice, just like slowed down. So I feel like we have very similar timbres, which is not a compliment to me, but I just slow it down.
Does that ever freak your wife out?
Yeah, she's so over it. She's like, whatever. Like, it pays the bills, I guess.
James, do you do any voices?
No, dude, I'm so bad at them. I don't know what gene missed my family or me, but that's not my thing, dude. I'm just sitting here in awe watching the genius.
I've got a
Jason
Mickey Mouse one.
Hey, there we
Yeah,
go.
I've
Let's
got-
hear it.
Oh boy,
That's
I'm
great.
Mickey. That's pretty good,
You
right?
could have,
Thanks, guys.
like,
I got a lot of
yeah,
stupid
if
voices.
if this doesn't work out,
Me
you go
and you.
straight to Disney.
Me and you are going to do a show.
That's right. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh. So you've worked with so many big, awesome brands, James. I want to kind of hear what got you into this whole world, by the way. Give us
Oh,
kind of like
man.
an origin story.
Well, the cool thing is, by the way, Jason and I had the opportunity to work together, I think, twice, maybe thrice over the years. We worked together on Fiber Fix for Harmon Brothers, worked together with Orbit. If you guys have your sprinkler system set up in your garage,
Oh, yeah.
Orbit, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Gray was
Noah.
in that one.
Because we were doing a flood, the arc, a flooding
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to have to
parody.
go watch that
It was
one.
very fun.
One of my favorite things was you looking out the window and heckling the people down in the
Yeah.
flood, and people were like, "Flood you, language, Carl." No, there was some fun stuff in that one, but yeah, we've been so lucky over the past years to be able to watch this meteoric rise of companies like Squatty Potty, Purple mattress. And again,
Did you start with Squatty Potty? Was that one of your biggest first ones?
in terms of a conversion video,
Yeah.
that was one of my first ones. I actually started, and this is like the backstory nobody cares about. So I'm just
No,
gonna,
I want to
gonna
hear all
hit
the
it quick.
backstory. I care.
I actually started in film in 1996 as a 12-year-old.
What on
My
earth?
uncle's a film director, and he was doing this little white Indian boy film about a kid who gets kidnapped by Indians. And so I was a stunt double for that kid, jumping from horse to horse at a full gallop and
Holy
getting
cow.
drugged by mules and riding sheep because I was a hick, guys. Again, I'm from Cokeville, right? So this was perfect for
Cokeville.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect for me. And so after that, I just remember watching people just do these 16-hour days where they were still smiling at the end of the day. My dad was a rancher, a farmer, right? After 16 hours a day, he didn't come to the door smiling.
Yeah.
These guys loved their job, and I was like, y'all take that path. I'll do that thing.
Yeah.
And so, so I actually worked a lot in a lot of television, shooting Discovery Channel and Travel Channel and
I had no idea.
Spike TV, MTV.
What'd you do for Discovery?
Discovery. We've done a couple things. I remember going out to, was it Elko, Nevada, to film the largest lit tunnel in America.
Wow.
For whatever reason, they thought people were interested in that, and so I remember.
I'm one of those people
shooting some
that
stuff
probably
there.
would have watched that, by the way. I only stay on Discovery Channel.
Seriously.
That's amazing.
I've got all
There's
your
an
shows
audience
I've
for
watched.
everything. An audience for everything. But it was, I think, 2016, 2015-ish when Harmon Brothers came to me and said, "Hey, can you produce some content?" So we did a few things, and then Squatty Potty came, and I remember leaning over to Daniel Harmon during that production and going, "Dude, do you really think anybody's going to buy any of this stuff? Like, this is," I seriously said, people could put like a corn pop box under their feet. Wouldn't it do the same thing? You know?
Yeah.
And it was after that just slammed social media, like 100
Oh,
million
yeah.
views plus. I think the company made like $33 million that year. I remember just sitting back and going, okay, what did I miss here? You know what I'm saying? Just going, I needed to challenge my assumptions very quickly.
Yeah.
To look at the market and kind of better understand what was so appealing about this.
Yeah.
But what I learned from that one is, dude, there's an audience, there's a subset of the population for pretty much everything out there, especially if you can show how that solves a very high pain point. So
Squatty Potty had it was like the unicorn.
unicorn pooping,
Poop, yeah,
the
so-
rainbow unicorn
Yeah,
pooping.
that was. I still remember that to this day. I've seen I only saw it once, but I'm like, that is a very unique commercial.
Right, and it was like 6 minutes long or something, right?
That
It's
was
like
so long.
it's
Well, and
crazy.
that was back in the day when
6 minutes.
when Facebook and the platforms were really encouraging people to get video up, right? And so it was almost like they were paying you to get on. It's back when you would have CPMs, cost per thousand impressions, of like $3 to $6 on conversion campaigns, right? And so to reach 1 million people would be like $7,000 to $10,000. And so they were able to just reach people like crazy. And back then, the viral coefficient, kind of the natural propensity for people to share unique content, was very high because the market wasn't saturated yet.
Yeah.
Right? Today, you've got a lot of
Competing with
great competing
everyone.
content,
Yeah.
a lot of great stuff. And so it was primed to just absolutely take off. Purple was the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Fiberfix was the same way. But poor Fiberfix, that video went down after 15 million views to no fault of Harmon Brothers, and it had to be re-uploaded and kind of lost that.
zero.
Yeah, it went from
Start
zero
over.
and had to start all over again.
How did it go down?
It just went off one day because I remember
Yeah.
going to my friends like, "Hey, this commercial I was in,
Check
it's,
me
it's
out,
like
I'm
taking
YouTube
off.
famous."
This is like the first big commercial I've done." I was so excited, and they're like,
3
they
views.
thought I was just making it up because then I was like, "See," and then it was like, "This video not available." I was like, "No, it's real. I promise." And it took like 3 or 4 days to get it back on, and then it started back at 0. And they were like, "I thought you said this had 15 million views. It has like
15
50."
views. But I think they went on to be acquired. They did really well. And I think what I loved about Harmon Brothers back in those early days, especially kind of that phase 1 group, is they were so committed to the client success that if there was something that wasn't quite performing, they'd go back and do reshoots and pickups like crazy and really work on optimizing. And I remember that's what happened with Fiberfix, where we kind of had to learn into, we've got to get the AOV up because, the cost of advertising is only so worth it when people are only buying 1 to 2 units. But if we can bundle this thing, get the AOV up higher, that's how the consumer's going to. Well, sorry, that's how the consumer will benefit with a discount. But even more than that, it will make the cost of advertising much more much more profitable in the end.
Is that what kind of took Purple? Like, is that how Purple kind of took off? Because I feel like it wasn't. I didn't know anything about him until the videos. I don't know if that was kind of the timing of it or whatever, but it was obviously very impactful.
I think about this one all the time, and I think with every single video campaign, I think it's super easy to give all the credit, all the glory to the video, but you've got these amazing people working behind the scenes,
sure.
right?
Oh,
You had Alex MacArthur and a lot of just amazing marketing minds who were really getting the ecosystem ready. One thing I've learned today is
Tons
that
of work.
you could have a great video, but if your ecosystem isn't ready to handle it, whether it's inventory or your website's not optimized,
good luck.
Imagine you send people to a website with fantastic video that's persuasive and they're primed to buy and they hit a landing page that just confuses the heck out of them and it's not seamless.
That's right.
If you haven't prepared that funnel,
Yep.
then boy, you're creating friction for the consumer. And so much credit goes to Purple for so much more than just setting up a great landing page and a great funnel.
Yeah.
Like they had the ecosystem ready for that level of success. And obviously a product like a high-end mattress that's, mattress in a box, $1,000, you're going to have great margins on those. And so it was a product that was early, it was ready to fly.
Oh, very interesting. So what's been your favorite shoot so far?
Favorite? Oh, don't do that one to me.
Sucker.
Believe it or not, I'll tell you this. My favorite was not Squatty Potty. Because we did, I think it was like a 17-hour day one, and I think a 20-hour day two. I know this because I was the producer and the first assistant director, and in those days, I actually didn't understand what the level of a performance video took.
Yeah.
And it's just so many more alternative takes, alternative hooks, alternative suffixes, alternative persuasive pieces. And so it just turns into this kaleidoscope. All right. And so that one was actually really hard. And when we walked away, I think we all woke up the next morning just going, did I really just spend 20 hours shooting a pooping unicorn? It was a dream. It was a very surreal feeling coming out of that one. But as far as fun ones, I love Buck Wild, that's my company, has taken on a very narrative approach. And so, for example, the Dirty Dough campaigns, right?
Yeah.
It was the height of drama, right? And I want to put this disclaimer out, okay? Any company who had done videos for Dirty Dough at the height of the crumbled Dirty Dough drama, of course they were primed for success. They were riding this massive drama wave, right? But that being said, I think it's fair to say that we executed fairly well with some great content and some fun stuff. Yeah, we were there working alongside EKR, who had done amazing billboards. They put together the hashtag Utah Cookie Wars. They came up with the concepts that we ended up writing and executing on. And so again, team effort, right? It's not one person. Marketing is a massive orchestra that needs to be put together. But I loved those ones because I love the narrative approach. I love the to be continued episodes on that. And we're about to do that same thing with Nomadic here in 2 or 3 days.
That's right.
And I love the narrative approach to commercials.
Well, these the to be continued thing's kind of a big deal. It feels like the goal would be to work with a brand on I'm not going to pick you up unless we're going to do at least 5 of these different types of shoots or whatever, 5 different videos, because it just doesn't seem like it'd get quite the traction if you just did one, right?
The shelf life's too fast.
Yeah,
one video
right.
will I won't say crap out, but kind of sputter out over. Right. It could be 4 to 6 months. We did a video for Grip 6 that may just be one of the longest running social media ads in history at this point.
Wow.
It's the Badger ad that's attacking a guy in the background.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the Badger bite tight.
That's right.
Anyway, that is still running today. Last I checked, that is an anomaly now. Most content will sputter out after 4 to 6 months.
So you better have stuff in the back, coming behind it.
It's we like to take this all roads lead to Rome approach, where you have 6, 8, 10, 12 pieces of content. So they're kind of within the same world that support the same campaign, right?
That's really cool.
So kind of a one-off campaign, especially the ones that are super long, the algorithms punch them down so fast now. the TikTokification. I don't want to scream or complain or cry about this, but I'm going to for just a second.
Yeah, about it, man.
They changed the algorithm quite a bit, and so what usually took people, 6 to 8% of your population who watched a video originally, it used to be that group was exactly who was going to convert at the end of a 3, 4, 5 minute video. And so they would deliver excellent content to buyers with a propensity to check out, right? But now, a lot of the algorithm, as of the snapshot of today, is really about percentage of video watched. And if you don't have a high percentage of that video watched, all of a sudden you get served to a lesser audience with a lower propensity. Like the quality score will literally drop you to a lower quality of purchaser. And so we've been forced into this place where we really need to be to like 60 seconds or less on content, which is why I love the narrative serial approach, which honestly is kind of returning us to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s all over again, where you have brand characters and then you have different angles on the commercial.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's this time loop that we're just running in all over again.
And
so it's really
seems
interesting.
like the rules are always changing too, like with social, right?
Weekly at this
Yeah,
point.
is it really? It's got to be just all the time.
Well,
how do you keep up with it?
Well, what I've actually really liked on certain platforms, you've got guys like Mosseri over, I think that's how you say his name, over at Instagram, for example, and he'll actually get on and update you on what the algorithm prefers.
Oh, wow.
Like as of this date today, they love shares per reach. In other words, it's not about likes and comments as much as it used to be like 3-4 years ago. Right now, Instagram is all about how many people are sharing this content, because we're a shareable platform. If people aren't sharing the content, we're gonna choke down and ratchet down the actual reach that we get. Wow. And so video percentage viewed is still a major piece of the algorithm on Instagram specifically, and shares per reach is a big thing. And Mosseri himself is the one who came out and taught that. And so some of these platform creators or CEOs, they'll be more transparent than others. Like I wish Facebook would come out and do that same thing. Yeah. YouTube, I wish they'd come out and do that same thing, right? TikTok, a lot of stuff's moving towards TikTok Shop. Like that's where the gold rush is right now as of this date. But just like you said, it will likely change tomorrow. And there's 2 ways to find that out. Either 1, hear it from the horse's mouth up top, or 2, crash and burn for a while, and then test into what works.
Well, it's interesting. We had Devin Graham on here recently.
Love Devin.
And he was talking about, he's an incredibly talented guy. But it was interesting talking to him because he was saying, look, we shot 2 identical videos. In the first one, it was kind of like a longer build-up. And it's like, he's like, we got nobody watched it, so we just deleted it. And we started up with a new one. And then we did such a fast intro where like every little, shot was like a split second. And he's like, it just went crazy. Yeah. So I'd imagine you're probably like that too. Like just everything's probably speeding up a little bit. Is that kind of what you're seeing, where you have to have fast cuts early on?
It is speed, but the evolution more is towards general interest. You could technically do a long shot if you had something extremely difficult to put down. Okay. Let's see, ponies with party hats, like that doesn't cut it anymore, right? That's not outlandish enough. But if you have one thing that Devin does really well is adventure sports, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where there's an element of danger going on it. Yeah. Elements of danger, things being destroyed. I love those kind of intros. And what's cool about that is like when we go to like push products, if you do a product, what do we call it? It's when you like war-proof something. What's the term for it?
Oh, like bulletproof?
Yeah, when you go to show somebody how bomb-proof a product is, that type of content does really well up front because people are like, oh, here we go. We're about to destroy something. It's why Will It Blend with BlendTech did so well for so many years, because they're basically the equivalent of blowing crap up in a blender, right?
That's right.
Well, the first commercial we did was we drove a car off of a cliff that was held together by this fiber fix and a roll cage, and we did.
Were you in the car?
People thought it was a dummy. I would not be here if I was in the car. But the first one we rolled off with duct tape, and the car just exploded, and then the other one held together with the fiber fix, but it was such a great hook visual.
Oh, yeah.
That people were like, I mean, it just, and because that commercial was over 7 minutes long, and I feel
So
like,
long,
I mean, the comments in the YouTube section were like, I can't believe I just watched a 7-minute ad, and I can't believe I was entertained the whole
For
time.
7 minutes of advertising.
Yeah, it was really cool.
But I love these bomb-proof intros. We did it with Go Treads. It was one of my last projects before I left Harmon Brothers, and we put these Go Treads. It's a traction recovery device that you can put under your tires to get out of sand, snow, mud when you're stuck. We did it under a fire truck and got a fire truck unstuck. Right, the more bombastic you can make that visual and that kind of bomb-proof test, the harder it is to put that video down or scroll past it. So I love kind of these bomb-proof intros because they tend to be very
So
hooky.
let's talk about budgets, because you got a lot of retail brands listening in, and a lot of them obviously want the same results as like a Squatty Potty or whatever else. And you just did Nomadic, you just did the Dirty Dough and others. What's kind of
drum bug at my house right now?
yeah. So what type of budget is realistic that a brand is going to need to have? Not just from like, I mean, you have so many different components to it, right? Like they have to pay Buck Wild, they're gonna have to pay for other talent, they're gonna have to pay for the set, they're gonna whatever they have to do. What's like a realistic budget, and what type of return are you hoping that a brand's gonna get off of the budget?
I love this question because it's at the heart of where we are in the economy right now. Let me give you one of the best insights I can give you from a call I had. I won't share the name. I won't share the company because it's a little insider. But I had somebody who had sold their company for many millions of dollars. And I asked them, I go, would you ever do kind of like the $150,000, $250,000, $550,000 video ever again? And this person said, James, no, because by the time that content shelf lifes, 4 to 6 months or fatigues, we will not have made enough money on the product, on the sale of that video to have justified $150,000, $250,000, $550,000 price tag.
Oh, interesting.
And that person said to me, they go, if I had my weathers, I would do one of two things. Either one, I would farm out to multiple agencies $35K and to see who could make me the best converting video within that $35K budget, or I might go to a budget of like 75 to maybe $100K, but that one campaign better put out a lot of content, probably 6, 8, 10, 12 pieces, so that I can get the ROI off of that budget. Because again, if a single video can't justify itself in sales, then as a marketer, we have no business creating that video for such a hefty price tag. So it all comes down to justification, right? Back in the days of Squatty Potty and Purple, when it was early on, CPM was low, saturation was low, consumer confidence and savings in America was high. That you could justify a higher budget. Today, get clever, get scrappy, and you can actually win pretty well without putting clients at risk, without putting them into exposure mode, and putting yourself into exposure mode. Because when a client fails, as an agency, we have no hat hangers. And it's harder to get the next client, the next client, the next client. And so we've got to de-risk each other.
Oh, very interesting. So what other projects do you have coming up in the pipe?
We're working with Pets to Go right now, getting ready for a launch with them, working with Inner Balance out of Boise, Idaho, a really cool hormone balancing company. I didn't know that was a big deal. Apparently, it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. Everything runs off hormones, I guess. Again, just barely kicking off testing with Trumbug.
What do they sell?
So Trumbug is a pesty competitor. It's a DIY pest control solution. Where it's pro-grade pest control at a fraction of the cost.
Oh, that's right.
You know about this because you did their headliner hero video, and it was great. It was so awesome.
It was fun. I got to play Gandalf. So
That's always
although
a winning
it wasn't
day.
Gandalf, we couldn't say that, so it was like Gandorf or something like that.
I'm telling you, Jason the Grey was perfect for it.
Good old Gandorf.
And so I feel like I'm missing a few on our roster right now, but the one we're the most excited about right now in this very moment is 2 days from now we launch a new nomadic campaign, and we launch a new product that I won't talk about quite yet, but we are so stoked to release those
I just
videos.
met them at Outdoor Retailer. They've got some backpacks, right? Is luggage too nomadic?
Did you meet John Richards, Jacob Durham,
I'm trying to remember.
James Atkin?
I'm
Who
not
was it?
sure.
Joe Atkin?
I have no idea.
Those guys are awesome. They're so awesome.
That's really, really cool. Good for you.
And a great product. The cool thing about them is I owned their product and bought a ton of it even before we connected with them. That's a dream client for me.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm
really cool.
excited.
Question for you. So do you have companies that like they have the budget, they seem cool, but the product is just like you're like, I don't think this is gonna sell, or how do you like
Yeah.
go forward with that?
At this point, after working with a number of products, I have kind of a unicorn zone that I put stuff in terms of constraints, right? And here it is. I love stuff with a very high AOV that can be purchased multiple times with a high LTV or lifetime value. It needs to
Give us
solve a
give us
very
an
high.
example.
Absolutely. Let's see. All right, let's take Trumbug, for example, right? Pests are a high pain point.
Yep.
They're fairly universal. It happens to a lot of us.
Yep.
It bugs literally a lot of us.
Yep.
All right. It gets you on a subscription, so your lifetime value is very high,
It takes everything.
right? And purchasing each of those, you're actually saving from going with traditional pest controls. You're saving 1/4, 1/5 the cost,
Yeah, a lot of
but
money.
it's still a nice high subscription.
yeah.
So they're like right in the unicorn zone. That's why these kind of companies can just fly.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, for me, that's a unicorn product. Products that make me really nervous are one-off purchases below probably even $75 right now that are niched out to one group of Americans that aren't super painful. And the reason is because when you get on social media, you want that algorithm to be able to find people quickly, right? Because that learning phase works off artificial intelligence. And the way to learn is to feed it data. Data is money. Lots of money is painful
Yeah.
to spend, right?
Very interesting.
And so if it takes a long time to find your core customer, man, people could burn through their run rate before they even find that prolific group.
Where are you finding the best benefits to spend your money? Which of the social platforms is giving you the best return?
I hate to say this one. It's still Meta.
It is, yeah.
It's still Meta. We're finding groups that are having wins with TikTok Shop. I haven't seen it, and we've spent with. But to be fair, we've only had probably like 7 clients over the past 2 years that have even wanted to touch TikTok. Which of course they're missing a big takeoff point. But we
Laz
tend to
is-
work with older stuff. London's killing it.
Yeah, he's coming on here, I think, in a week. But I think he's like, isn't it like the #1 TikTok shop in the country or something crazy? I mean, with that Final Sour Boss product.
He's like the Ryan Reynolds of TikTok. He's taking over so many categories and winning with the new
yeah.
sour candies. He's slaying. London's
He is
awesome.
killing it. So who do you look for like inspiration? Like who are some of the people that got you into the game, and also the people that you feel like are on it so much that it's like, okay, these guys are actually going to give me very valuable content on how I should be, performing and.
Ooh, this is a categorical question. So I'm going to
Yeah.
just take film in general,
Okay,
and
film
I'll
in
work
general.
my way to marketing.
Just
okay?
do it.
John Corser, the former production manager of G.I. Joe, he mentored me, which was huge
Really?
for my film career. I met him over at Sundance Channel. Travis Babcock absolutely taught me work ethic in general. I worked my way up from being a grip through gaffing to cinematography to directing to assistant directing, producing.
Incredible.
Learned a ton of that from Travis. Another work ethic person was Devin Graham. I used to produce for him a lot in college. And I remember one night I needed to use his computer, and he kicked me off of it at like 4 in the morning. He's like, hey, dude, I got to get edits done. That dude is nonstop. And like, he
Yeah.
just goes 18 hours a day. And so work ethic, a lot from him. Marketing, dare I say, prowess. Marketing, we're left in the dust every week, right? We've got to keep going. But Daniel Harmon, obviously a massive mentor. Like, if I had to tell you how many times I was up till 4 in the morning fixing the kerning on some words with Daniel, talk about somebody who is quality control, QC to the max, like I've never seen any other human being in my life. Extremely impressive when it comes to marketing digestibility and just understanding the psychological sales mentality of human beings. He's amazing. And obviously Jeff Harmon, Neil Harmon, all those guys were very much that way too. And that would probably be like the biggest group who have had like a foundational mentorship from film to marketing.
Wow, that is.
And there's so many more, right?
That is incredible. And that's, everyone does a little bit different within their own little sphere, their own little world, which is pretty incredible. Like just listening to Devin, he was talking about some of the different types of cameras he uses. Mm-hmm. Do you shoot a lot on red cameras, or what do you typically use? What are some of your go-to cameras and some of your?
If it's a project under 25K, I'm with my Canon R5C. That little cinema camera all day. And the reason why, and I'll tell you, because I just barely walked off a set where the client was just looking at the footage and he goes, "Oh, you gotta look at that. That's amazing. How'd you get that out of that little camera?"
Wow.
Like it's got
amazing,
a next level look. As soon as we go over 25K, I love the Ari's looks.
Yeah.
I love that Ari cinema camera. Red's totally cool. Love the new Sony Burano. Love the Sony Venice 2. But all this stuff is going to have version 4, version 5 here next week. Like that stuff outdates so fast.
So here's a question as we kind of shift gears for both of you. As you look at companies, they don't have to be local. They can be anywhere. Companies that you'd want to work for or be a spokesman for, whatever, shoot for. Give me a company that comes to mind. So
I want to hear your answer, Jason. I'm excited for this.
I'm trying to think. I did a campaign a long time ago with Lagoon that was really fun. I would love to go back, mostly because I'm hoping they'll just give me a season pass, and not to knock Lagoon's season passes are pretty expensive. So I would give me a lifetime season pass, and I will do anything Lagoon. No, but I think I love. I'm also huge. I grew up playing ice hockey. I play on an old man's ice hockey league down in Provo.
Oh,
and
cool! I didn't know that.
With the Utah Hockey Club. Like if I could do a commercial for the new hockey club or anything they're selling there, just any part of that. I would like clean the bathrooms at the Delta Center just to be a part of the hockey club. I think that would be so fun.
Well, and you're working with Spilt right now, which is a really cool up-and-coming brand. That's got to be super fun.
Yeah,
Josh, who was actually on this podcast, I'm doing I'm involved with their influencer relations. So we have like 2 or 3 big-time influencers that we're working with. And then I get to it's fun because it's so new, the company, that like we're just doing crazy stuff. Like last week we hosted a rock, paper, scissors tournament at a Smith's parking lot because we're going to put our product into Smith's soon. And so that was super fun. We had like 150 people that showed up for that, like at 10 in the morning on it was hot August day. I was like, no one's going to show up. And we had quite a few people show up, and it's just been fun to like every day's different.
That's really cool. Yeah, that company's exploding, by the way. That's Spilt. It's definitely one of my favorite products, by the way. Josh is doing a good job. So tell me, and who's yours? Let's hear James.
The question is kind of what are my dream clients, who I love to work for?
Yep.
I'm working with them right now. For sure, Nomadic. I love Nomadic. I've owned their products they just barely hit this year their 10-year anniversary. I was on a call with Jacob Durham on the way over here, and they're shooting their 10-year anniversary content right now.
Wow.
And as long as they've been around, I've enjoyed or had their products.
Wow.
So definitely those guys. I'll be honest with you. I would love to work with Bucked Up. Gardner.
Ryan Gardner.
Gardner, you listening? Buck Wild and Bucked
like
Up.
Such a natural.
It's just such a
pairing.
natural, yeah.
You call Ryan.
It's this got to happen one of these days. Just UGC, something, dude.
Right.
Just something.
Well,
let's get our antlers together, dude. You know what I'm saying? Let's entangle.
See what
bro.
happens.
No, I think those guys would be so much fun. Liquid Death, obviously.
Oh, man.
They've got
They're
the
incredible.
budget to just go hog wild and just play. And obviously they're willing to take risks. And I love it when people don't play it safe because playing it safe is the least safe thing you could do.
That's right.
And it's why they're just slaying it right now.
Right.
What would you recommend for brands going forward?
That.
Just don't play it safe. Go out and make some content that's really unique.
Yeah, don't be a used car commercial, something that we've all seen a billion times. Like, yes, it's important that you learn your message, understand what your market wants, and then take those value propositions and put them into buck wild content, dare I say. But here at this point, I feel like it's somewhat old hat to say we'll be unique out there.
Yeah.
It's not just about being unique. Pair unique with what people actually care about. For example, with Buck Wild, we can have a 3-step approach to marketing in general, right? If you're a brand new company, we're going to start you with market testing, with matrix testing to understand who's your market, what's your message. And then we take a Pepsi and Coca-Cola approach that says, okay, now that we know, people will forget you in a heartbeat, so let's get in front of them every single day.
Yeah.
Daily social media content is such a huge thing for recall. It used to be that 7 touch points is what would take people into consideration. Now it's more like 10.
Wow.
Every day. It's how Pepsi and Coca-Cola gets to us. It's how we've got to do it online. And then once we really understand the message, really understand the format that works, then you want to create a Buck Wild ad. It's kind of that how to become the household name style ad where you go Buck Wild. You get crazy, but you do it with the appropriate messaging, with the appropriate format, and just go nuts. So that's
really
what I
cool.
recommend is take a clinical systematic approach to getting crazy.
Really cool.
If that sounds
Like
weird.
that.
Well, I got one final question for both of you. Favorite movie?
Ooh.
Oof.
Okay, well, mine's actually pretty easy because I even named my son after one of the actors. The Dark Knight, the Batman movie, it like changed my life. I remember like walking, like just I saw it in IMAX and just sitting with my friend and being like I want to be involved with movies or acting, like writing, like
That
it
set
just
you on
like
that path.
yeah, it literally it changed my life. And then Heath Ledger is one of my favorite actors of all time, and my youngest son's name is Heath.
Oh,
So.
really cool.
I love that. That's awesome.
Okay,
This is an impossible question, by the way. You know that, right?
I know, yeah.
It's an impossible
We ask a
question.
lot of impossible questions up here.
I love clever comedy, and so for me, it's a toss-up between Talladega Nights and Three Amigos.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many bang-up comedies out there, right? It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World is awesome. Dumb and Dumber. Pick anything with Jim Carrey. Gonna Slay, Tommy Boy. Any of the old school '90s comedies.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod all day,
I love
100%. But yeah, I'd pick almost any Adam McKay movie
Yeah.
or Three Amigos.
Oh, yeah. That's rad.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on. I think it's super important, like for brands who don't have the option, especially like post-COVID, to like make mistakes. They're operating on more limited budgets, and
For
so
sure.
when they can like tune into the people that really know what they're doing, so they're not blowing money in these other areas like we were talking about. I think it's super important. So I think it's super important that you came on. And if they wanted to get a hold of you, how would they do it?
Fax machine?
Fax machine? Does fax work?
Let's see.
Website? What do you got?
Man, we're never on our website.
Okay.
We're just working all the time.
All right.
No. You could hit me up on. I was gonna say Instagram, but I'm probably gonna change that handle, so I'm gonna change that too. You can call me on my cell or text me if you would like to.
All right.
That's probably the fastest way because I'm probably gonna be on set. In all honesty,
So is the website right now, is it like Buck Wild?
it's buckwild.agency. Yeah,
Agency.
yeah. You could
We'll do
submit a
that.
form through that.
Because I don't want to
Totally.
give off your phone number right now.
Sure.
Social Security.
Yeah, that's right. What else do you got? Well, thank you both for coming on.
Thank
I
you,
really
Jeremy.
appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Jason, for coming on and doing this with me, and appreciate it, James.
Thanks for having us. This has been awesome.
In the fast-paced world of retail, technology can be a transformative force, reshaping the way businesses operate and consumers shop. Is your retail organization leveraging technology to its top capabilities? Evolving your technology capabilities can help enhance visibility into your business, decrease risk of increasing cybersecurity incidents, accelerate productivity with artificial intelligence, and more. Deeply immersed in the consumer products industry, Baker Tilly professionals bring customized solutions that can help you find the right technology fit. Visit bakertilly.com to learn more.